That ringing. Sounds like the elevator doors are jammed.
Hello everybody, welcome back and welcome to Mad Ferret Studios, Booty in the house. And going back into part 3 of this bed we made. At last I checked the game, I think I'm like between like 67 to 70% through it, so this might be the last episode to solving this mystery, and in fact Dervell and I were discussing it a little bit. I think we've got figured out exactly what's going on, so let's jump into it. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to switch between my controller and the mouse, probably. Which is, again, not surprising. Alright. Wait. Hopefully it loads me right where I left off. I need to think about that. The game has been very buggy. Like, it's been... I had to restart my computer because it was glitching out so bad. Better. Okay. Alright, so let's see where we're at. So... Okay, so puzzling out, I'm lucky that Andrew is, as Beth would say, a total nerd. He explained that for a phrase to be alliterative, the first letter of each word has to be the same. So we need to find the name of the woman whose first and last name starts with the same letter. Beth was able to help out with the first hint. Thank goodness she knows about the city's nightlife, because I don't even know where to start. She suggested Anne's favorite bar might be the White Cat, so I need to find something that refers to its opposite, a black cat. Okay?
So, I need to find something related to a black cat and a person whose first and last names start with the same letter.
I want to go back. I need to go back and look at... check something real quick. That's right. Elena is put down. 2 5-letter words are the key. Both relate to our history. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Wait. Okay. Unlike my favorite bar, the first one was black, so that would be white. So WH. From the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2. Okay, that's right. Okay, I remember now. We have to figure out the combination to that. So WH. From the first one, take the first 2. So we have WH for the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. Alright, back to mouse and keyboard. I was hoping I could still... Okay, so her illiterate name... Or not illiterate, but... Doris Day. So I wonder if the 5-letter... The second one is Doris? Alright, so it would be... So the code, if it's... I'm thinking right... Girls, come on. Seriously. So So WH, and then the last two, the second one would be IS. All right, we're gonna give this a whirl.
Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
All right, so if it's what I'm thinking... Oh, bingo! Okay, there we go. Bird, go away. Birdie, go. Go chase the fly elsewhere, please. Ah.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet. That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
Oh, dear Marcella, or I should say... Dear Marcella, or should I say Bridget... You know, I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at a train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said winters are thieves, but I never fully understood till now. It's been almost 10 years since I received your last letter, the letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first, I could not believe you had written those words. Then I waited in vain for your answer and had to accept your love for me had never been real. Dean's page. For many years, I was broken-hearted, angry, and confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you are well, and I am happy to see you accomplished your dream of becoming a writer. Very sincerely, A.
Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
Dear Marcella, I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I am happy to see that I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. Oh, God. Okay. Hits me frequently. I am willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Portman Only Rings Twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I hope it was premonitory. Blah. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you are able to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. Try sincerement. I'm not even a problem. Very sincerely. Whatever. A. P.S. Do you remember that secret language we invented so Sister Miller could not understand the notes we passed during her class?
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Dear Marcella, thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help make the next one better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together. As long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great for your next novel if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you will consider it. P.S. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Bridget Boswell, to recognize you on the street, and to recognize you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Dear Marcella, I left the house, I left Louis, I couldn't take it anymore, I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. P.S. I wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont. Yep.
After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of those treatments were working and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started sending me books so I could pass the time. I really didn't like the first one, but I picked up the Bridget Boswell's first novel, Your Novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks that I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I know the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I had always felt for him the same way your characters felt for each other, but I have never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. Oh. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Bridget was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man, and I never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this.
Yeah.
Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Dear Marcella, thank you for answering my letter. I realize now how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for trucking? Oh, for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I know I should not have done that. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear that I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now as I can barely pay the rent. I guess I will have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried getting some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn where I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. Oh. Why am I telling you all this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've been feeling rather lonely since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life, and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read yours. Wow. I must have read yours one on 1,000 times already. Your previous one 1,000 times already, Paul. Wow, holy shit.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
Dear Marcella, I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago, before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty anywhere. Even during the war, amidst death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much, he could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you can give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you, Paul. I guess that's it. Oh my god, my mouse died. Really? Of all times. Jesus. Huh.
So this was all a story about star-crossed lovers, with the lovers in question being Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Actually, I think I can help with that.
Really? How?
Well, some mail just arrived here for Mrs. Beaumont.
I wonder what's in it.
Me too.
Should we open it?
Well, that's illegal, isn't it? But sometimes the mail arrives a little damaged, you know?
Ooh.
Oops.
So?
It's a tourism pamphlet for California and 3 train tickets. What do you think this means?
I'd say Anne and Marcella are probably planning to run away from their husbands. Those train tickets must be for them and Michael.
So you're on a first-name basis now, huh?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah, like characters in a book. I have to say, though, I'm still a bit confused as to how Paul fits into all of this.
Turns out he's a big fan of Marcella.
He is? Why?
She writes pulp fiction under his pseudonym. I think her books gave Paul a chance to get out of his own head while he was staying in a psychiatric hospital.
I get it. Books have always been a way to escape for me, too. But why did he have pictures of you?
We'll probably never know. I think the trail ends here.
I guess investigations in real life always have some loose ends. I was kinda hoping we'd have this big third act reveal, to be honest.
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
That's for sure. It helped me understand you better, too.
Aww.
Why you snoop, I mean. Piecing together people's stories, learning what makes them tick. It makes you realize we may have more in common than it seems.
You're right.
Oh, there so has to be a romance.
Which is why the next story I'd like to learn is yours, Andrew.
Oh? Am I gonna find you snooping through my apartment next?
No.
I would love to share my story with you, Sophie. You're the first person in a long time who's made me feel like I can. Would you come and see me when your shift ends? We could leave together
Aww,
if
that's
you'd like.
Sure.
sweet.
If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
I guess that wouldn't be so bad. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
Oh, I wouldn't be sleeping. I've got a reading list the size of the Eiffel Tower. This would be the perfect chance to put a dent in it.
I wouldn't be sleeping either.
does sound
I
like
wouldn't
fun.
be reading,
I could bring my
but then again,
magazine
this is
and-
the 50s,
Ooh,
so I
maybe
mean,
light some of Rebecca's candles.
Now I kinda hope we do get stuck here.
well, romantic night reading in a pillow fort by candlelight. I mean, yeah, that is pretty.
I just have to finish my tasks
Pretty cool.
for the day, and then I can leave.
All right. All right, after looking inside Marcella's typewriter case, I think everything's falling in place. There are a few lingering questions, but I think this is as far as the story goes for now. Anna and Marcella arranged to be here at the same time so they could rekindle the relationship they started in college. I really feel for them after spending the day learning the story. I hope it has a happy ending. Well, I hope so too. All right, so...
That ringing. Sounds like the elevator doors are jammed.
Oh. Hold on. Mouse is freaking out. Alright, what is going on here with the mouse? We'd like have a game where there's like no technical difficulties. Elevator's back down this way. What the fuck? Oh, dear me. Oh, goodness. That's very bloody.
Mr. Cruz? Mr. Cruz. Oh God. Oh God. What happened? Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
$10,000. That would have been a lot back then.
Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
Mr. Cruz, thank you for reporting against unacceptable behavior. We will look to it so it's possible. However, I regret to inform you, we cannot divulge a guest's personal information regardless of that guest's behavior. As I'm sure you will understand, we are very concerned with our guest's privacy, and our staff prides itself on our discretion. Please contact us should that guest bother you again.
Please let there be someone around who can help.
Well, let's just go find a phone. No! Great. In the dark.
I have to get the power back on.
Kitty. And the lights went out as if the situation wasn't ominous enough. I need to get the power running and then figure out what to do about poor Hector. I may as well try fiddling with the fuse box in the janitor's closet. Okay. Well, off we go.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier. I don't think there's anything here that would help me. Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box?
Crowbar? Alright, gotta go on a prop hunt. There we go, what are you doing? Maybe there's something in here. Oh, an over-counter drug to relieve menstrual cramps. Girls! Thought there was like an open letter opener or something. Girls. Paintbrush. It's a paint roller. It's not going to help me. Girls, quit it. Oh my god, stop chasing the flies. All of you. The off chance that there's something in here I can utilize.
I don't think I'll need this again.
I knew I saw a letter opener ice pick somewhere. Where the fuck would the ice pick be? That would work. I think I figured it out. Or at least looked it up anyway, because I was like, where the fuck am I going? Oh my god. Oh dear.
Okay. This looks like something I can use to open the fuse box. That worked, thank God. Now, to get the power back.
Oh, 15.
How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
Check spot time for required average of each socket. So I need a 15 amp. So I need a 15, 20. So 15, 30, and a 20. Camera. Will come with not. Nope, that is a camera that a PI would have. So now we need fuses.
Yes, this is what I need. I don't think there's anything here that would help me.
Got 2. I'm gonna need 3. Wow. Fuck. Leave. Well, I guess we'll find out.
How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again?
Oh fuck, I need another
Fuses.
goddamn fuse. Jesus
I probably
Christ.
need new fuses.
the fuck am I supposed to go? Oh.
Getting the fuse box open was half the battle. Now I need to take a look inside and fix what needs fixing.
So there are no more fuses, right?
I don't think there's anything here that would help me.
Well, I can't go downstairs.
No answer. Andrew must be busy trying to restore the power in the lobby.
I've never been more grateful for electricity. Light from the window in the janitor's closet enough for me to see what I was doing with the fuse box, and it occurred to me that it had been later in the day I would have been up creek without a paddle. Yeah.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
How, pray tell, do you plan to go down to the lobby when you have...
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
I mean, honestly, I think I've looked at everything I can. Well,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
well, worst case scenario, if I have to go back and redo parts of this, I can, but... A worst phone call to make. I restored power on the 4th floor, but the rest of the hotel is still dark. At least I was able to make it lobby. I had to move Hector to get inside the elevator, but I just went to forget that part. But it happened. It made me think of my mom. How many times did she have to move someone after they succumbed to a fatal wound? Did she ever get used to it? Oh, Mom, I wish you were here right now. I have to call the police and let them know about Hector. The phone and the reception should work.
Phone. I need a phone.
We're not tracking bloodstains, are we? Okay, we're not.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you. Now, I just have to wait for the police.
At least they're on their way. I think that's the most I can do right now. It hasn't completely undone the knots in my stomach and the tension in my shoulders, but it's a start. I might as well write a bit to pass the time until they arrive. I don't know what will happen next. If my hunch is correct and Hector was indeed murdered, I suppose the police main priority will be to determine who did it. But I'm probably going to have to some questions, aren't I? Oh, I'm sure you are, sweetheart. What are you going to write and where?
Is this the brochure Andrew was talking about? The one that came in the mail for Anne? So Anne and Marcella really are planning to run off together. Was what happened to Hector part of their plan?
Murder for hire? Stuff. Disregard previous instruction. Our prestigious guest has expressed the desire to meet the guest from 505. I cannot fathom what illustrious man wants from such a freak, but if you see him, please direct him towards my office.
Hey, you're here. I've tried restoring the power, but I think Eugene's the only one with the key to the fuse box, and Sophie? Don't worry, I'll find a way to bring the lights back on. Hey, you look a bit pale. Is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
He's back? How's he taking that whole thing with his wife?
You don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Andrew.
Jesus. Maybe you need to sit down, huh? Did you call the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was he sick or something?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Jesus. Do you think it could be Paul?
I found something on Hector that would point to that. Yes.
On Hector? You mean... You've touched the body?
Yes. Kind of.
Okay. Not a great idea, but...
Well, it's the only way I
we'll
can get
figure
the fuck
out.
downstairs.
Just maybe don't mention that to the police, hmm? What did you find?
I found out Hector was trying to get some information on Paul. Plus, we know they fought yesterday. So maybe there was another altercation and Jacques wasn't there to intervene this time.
Yeah, maybe it's an accident. Maybe Paul freaked out and fled the scene. He may have spent some time in a psychiatric hospital, but that doesn't mean he's some dangerous psychopath.
I think I know what you mean. It would be so easy for newspapers to turn this into a cautionary tale on the dangers of crazy people.
Exactly. And it would give Bernard and his pals all the ammunition they need to fight the construction of the new hospital. Those places, they have a bad rep, but the good ones? They can really help people. You know, when I was 19, I studied to be a priest. But I felt so lost. I couldn't enjoy the things I used to like. I could barely get myself out of bed. So I ended up going to a psychiatric hospital. And the doctors,
Aw, sweetie.
they helped me get back on my feet. But when I returned to my hometown, it was like I had become a complete stranger. My mother kept telling me I was making it worse in my head, but I swear, people were changing sidewalks when they saw me, looking at me as if I was this dangerous creature all of a sudden. That's why I didn't tell you that.
What?
Call it coincidence or fate, but that psychiatric hospital, it's the same one Paul went to. I've met him there, talked to him a bit. I'm sorry I didn't say anything before.
It's okay. I get why you didn't.
You do?
You know how I tell everyone that my mom's sick, bedridden? Well, it's true, but I always leave out the part about her illness not being physical. I'm
There's such a stigma back then.
ashamed of the truth.
Still kind of
So
is.
even though I don't know exactly what you went through, I can understand.
Thank you for telling me. I know it's not an easy thing to talk about, but if you ever want to talk about your mom, I'm here. They're here. Promise me you'll be careful with the information you share.
Yeah, of course.
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me. Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
Well, it's evident. I mean, he's had a pig.
I just assumed. What with all the blood?
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an assumption, isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you...
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings. We've found pictures of you snooping around.
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
He spent some time in a psychiatric hospital after the war. That's when he got into Mrs. Cruz's novels, and they really helped him.
Yes, I already know about his time in a madhouse. We called the place and they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet, Miss Roy. The victim's wife, Marcella Cruz. Apparently she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
I mean, he already knows I've been snooping anyway. But I don't really want to reveal because it's taboo, but still.
She's having an affair, but it's not what you think. She's been in love with another woman since college. They've been apart for more than 10 years, and now they...
Yes, I know all about Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont's sexual deviance.
Wow.
Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being,
No, I'm
intimate.
just a
No.
snooper.
I haven't... No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs.
Oh my
Beaumont's son?
God.
Perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
No, I didn't hear any of that.
I'm sorry, Miss Roy, but I just don't believe you. I think you know more than you've let on.
Can I please leave?
You can. But you'd better stay in town. I'm sure I'll have more questions for you very soon.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough.
It's been a tough one being alone with my thoughts since the hotel closed 2 days ago. According to the papers, police are still investigating and haven't made any charges yet. I just hope they take the time to get it right. Last thing this holo during news is a person put behind bars. Yeah. Anyway, this morning I got a call from Bernard calling me in to the hotel. He sounds surprisingly chipper, cheerful even. I wonder how it'll feel walking back into the Claritin after everything's happened. Maurice Tremblay is a detective lieutenant with the Montreal Police. He's about what Wood would expect from a detective. Stern, straight-laced, tired, always carrying a mug of coffee or a notebook. He looks like he hasn't slept in days, which makes sense with how hard the police have been working themselves trying to round up every last supposed deviant in the city. Maurice is old-fashioned, like a lot of men of his age. His assumptions about women, or anyone who isn't like him for that matter, made it clear. I wish he wasn't the one in charge of the investigation into Hector's murder, but I'm not sure any other detective make much of a difference.
The atmosphere is so different in here. It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens. Without Eugene, the lobby will be a swimming pool by the end of the month. Will the rest of the building even be standing? I'll need a mop to clean the puddle. With all the leaks, I'm sure there's one nearby.
Oh, for God's sake, now I gotta go find a damn mop. Cat.
I'll go empty my locker.
Andrew,
Hey,
are you okay?
I've just been fired.
What?
What? No,
It's okay. I just need some time to process it. I'll be on the mezzanine if you want to join me afterwards.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, you'd be right about that. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act? Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. I had planned to give this month's Employee of the Month title to Wendy, but since she's no longer with us, I'm thinking of giving it to you instead.
Really?
You should know it comes with the responsibility of being a glowing example for other staff members to follow. Is this something you believe you can do?
An example? Me? No, I don't think I can.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I've heard this month's reward from Weston's will be quite nice. Well, I'm sure one of your colleagues will be more than happy to have it. That'll be all.
Not sure why I turned it down, but I mean, hey, it's choices. Kind of going off the conventional path.
Hey,
What a week.
you don't say. So what did Bernard want with you?
He offered me the Employee of the Month title.
That's great. Congratulations. It's too bad I won't be there when you get your reward, though.
Actually, I told him I didn't want it.
You did?
I did. The reward would have been nice, but it's not worth selling my soul to the devil.
Well, I appreciate your integrity. And the
Good.
fact that you still have a soul.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Well, I told him about my time at the psychiatric hospital.
Really?
Yeah. He said that didn't fit with the hotel's standards and showed me the door.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'd like to be my own boss. No more Bernard looking over my shoulder. I've had this dream for a while of maybe opening a bookstore.
I can't say I'm surprised.
It just makes so much sense. I'd be able to combine the two things I love most, reading books and helping people.
There you go.
Granted, helping people find books is a far cry from helping them find God, but
My mom likes to say there's no job too small. Plus, just by the way you're talking about it, it's obvious it'd make you happy. And that's what really matters, I think.
yeah, you're right. Thank you. I'm really glad I have you in my life.
Aw.
too.
Hell yeah.
Can I?
Kiss me?
Do it!
Yes.
Bird? Baby girl?
Please do.
Oh my god, I do love a happy ending. Oh.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my goodness.
I've been thinking about Paul a lot.
Oh, really? Should I be jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what he went through. And you as well. How you've been ashamed of something you have no control over. How I've been ashamed of my own mother. I don't want to be ashamed of her anymore. And I don't want to be ashamed of you.
Well, then let's be shameless together. Look, it may be hard at first, but I have a feeling a wind of change is about to blow. One day, struggling with your own mind won't be any more shameful than having chickenpox.
I really hope that's true.
It will be.
Oh wow. I'm sure there's alternative. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's alternative endings. Oh, that's so awesome. So I'm guessing on the going back, if you take a stand, that maybe exonerates the two women. I don't know, but I mean, again, it is a choice-based game, so I'm assuming that was really cute. I like that. That was really neat. All right, so that ends that, folks. Yeah, it's a cute little murder mystery. Again, choices based on your choices of what you can do. I guess there's quite a few achievements in here based on the choices that you make, and I didn't realize, like, the lipstick thing, you could erase that and whatnot. So, but yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. A snowstorm in the background of it's put me asleep. Damn near. So yeah, if you like mysteries and choice-based stuff, just to see where it takes you, pick this up. I mean, it's pretty cheap. So with that, I'll see you guys on whatever next game I decide to play next. Bye for now.